Damn. Alright. Alright guys. What I've been doing today is I've been catching them out of schools. You know, the water's 61, 62, 62, 61 in the area. It's been averaging that now for about, oh gosh, over 2 weeks up and down. It was 35 this morning. It's supposed to have been 45 last night. It was 35. So, right. He's a little fella. He's about 9.5. Now, this is on a bait. I don't sell these at loon squalling. This is on a bait that a subscriber sent me, okay? Wanted me to try them out. This day is the first time I tried them. I've made 2 videos this morning for me, you know, on my baits. I thought, this is a good opportunity. I got a little time here now. I want to try his baits. I like this color. It's kind of a black back. It's really close to my mealtime color, right? Isn't it? It's got the grayish black back. And it's got a silver belly, got a lot of sparkle in the belly. It's got incandescent glitter in the belly. So I'm not going to say his name, guys. I appreciate him sending them to me. I didn't ask him could I use his name. And maybe in the meantime I will ask him after this video. And I'll put it in the first comment or something. All right, hey, you can come in the first comment and say, if you want to, and say, hey, those are the baits I sent Dennis to try. Caught one on that one. I just put it on about 15 minutes ago. And I've thrown at about 3 fish. I had lost one. The last fish chased me to the boat. That one hit me. So there you go. They're still not easy to catch, but they're better than they was last week. I fished one day last week, guys. All I could catch was real little ones. Like I said, they're trying to spawn some of them. I was going to show you what I'm doing. I'm using the blue palette. This is the dark blue. I said this in a video that's, I think y'all already seen or seen today. And let me see who that's. Probably my wife. Garmin Guru said during the pollen like this, try the dark blue, and I am, and I agree with him. It's great, and I always used emerald green, and I tried a lot of colors that I didn't like, but that one I do like, so there you go. If y'all haven't tried the dark blue, try it. All right, guys, I'm having no problem catching fish on this bait. I'm having trouble finding fish. There's an island right here. I caught the last one way on the other side of that island. And I haven't seen many. Because I cut it up on about 8 power there for a little ways. I just run for a little ways. He's about 9.5. See there's a big school of shad. Trying to stand close if y'all can see. I'm about 9 foot of water. And that's what I'm saying. I see those shad, I start looking around here, looking for fish. There's another school of shad at 50 feet. Oh my God, I cut my camera off. I was going to leave, move to another spot. And I ran across the fish I wanted to throw at, and I threw at him and caught him. I had to cut my camera back on. He's about 9 inches, 9 1/4, 9 3/16, something like that. All right, bam, I caught another one, guys. I haven't moved, except for my spotlight on. And like I said, the fish are moving a lot. When I say I haven't moved, sometimes these fish are moving. They're not being still. They're moving around. Some of them, that one came off. That happens. Some of them are moving pretty fast. They'll come by me, they're gone. I cast down, time my bait gets to them, they're gone. I'm throwing a 1/32, but I ain't but 9 foot, so they don't take but like 1, 2, 3, it's on the bottom. That fish, it was 3 of them. They was moving. I got it in front, threw it in front of them. When I got down there, this one rose up and grabbed it, so just didn't have it good. You're gonna lose fish. All right, guys, I moved to another spot. Just kicking around. I just run around with my trolling motor. Where are you going? I just run around with my trolling motor and looking for fish. And if I see 3 or 4 or 5 together, I throw at them. Like I said, I've had no trouble catching fish on this bait. None at all. No wonder you're fighting so hard. Pretty good sized fish. Bam, there you go. That little bait catches some nice fish, and I caught some small ones. I haven't caught no babies. I did catch a baby. The first fish I caught this morning was a baby on another bait. I went, oh. When that bait goes back there far enough to where, I don't know what I've done with my, I don't know. Guys, I hide my pliers from myself. You ever do that? When that bait goes back there far enough that it's that the eye of the hook right here catches on his mouth. It's hard to get out. That's a pig. Now that one has, I'm gonna lay those on the floor. That's a nice fish right there, guys. I've got a couple nice fish now on this bait, haven't I? There you go. Wow, that fish there's probably, it might be 14. It's pushing 14 if it's not. Jump out of the water again. All right, guys. Bam. What do you think of that? He tore my bait a little bit, didn't he? Yeah, I have to say I like this. I like this bait. I'm gonna have to check into this mold. I'm gonna have to. I think he told me about it before. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think he told me about it one other time, but I was trying to get all my baits in the LC shad shape. I got the mini. I got the 2-inch one. I didn't buy the 3-inch. I got a 3-inch mold. He keeps saying we'll have 1.5 inches. That's what I was shooting for, guys. Have them all the same body shape, but different sizes, if that makes sense. That's what I was trying to do, because that's a good body shape. The LC shad is just a good shape. Has those ribs on it. It's got, you know, the ribs make a difference. The tail's tapered. It just has a lot going for it. But I've had no trouble catching fish on this bait. Bam. Found another one. Well, white perch. That's the only thing about when you're throwing at schooling fish. But it could be white perch. First one I've caught for a while. You know, back in March, I caught a couple really nice ones. Well, the last one I caught was a white perch, guys. White perch will run around, chase shad too, and look just like crappie sometimes. That was a decent one. They would school up off the bottom, about 15 of them, and they were chasing some shad, and I thought, well, that way I haven't done it. I found my pliers, guys. It was in the last place I looked. Yep, it's in my back pocket. Yeah, I know. I told you it's probably in my pocket when I walked up front, and sure enough, I feel back and there was quick curling your tail. That's 11 3/4 inch crappie. There you go, guys. Little bait's catching some, isn't it? Go tear it up. I want the same bait. I just keep putting it back on there. I told you I picked this color because I knew it'd work on this lake. It looks like a little minnow. The black back and that silver belly, I knew it was going to work here. All right. So there you go. I've caught a bunch on this bait. I think the bait's going to give out on me. But it's been a good bait. The young man done a nice job of coming with the color. That color would work anywhere. I think something we learned from live scope is the water, even when it has some stain to it, natural colors still work, right? Virginia shad, my color Virginia shad. Y'all watched it when I was fishing with Sam, Wildlife Adventures, on his lake. The water was dirty. You can only see down about 8-10 inches. I was casting them on Virginia shad. He said, what color you use? I said, Virginia shad. He said, yeah, that's a good color. I said, well, it looks like a minnow. It's got this chartreuse flake in it. I guess a little color. And it looks like a minnow. It draws their attention. They're going to hit it. You know, if they're eating live minnows, real minnows, y'all know what a real minnow looks like. They're silver, black, whitish. That's why grenada bug works too. It's got that pearl in it, got that pearl tail. You know, this has that little bit of brown back, so it kind of stands out a little bit. But if they can see a real minnow, when the water's only, you only see down in the water 8 or 10 inches, they can sense it, they can feel it, right? They can smell it, they can find your bait. Yeah, you'll be surprised. Using a live scope, you'll be surprised how far they come and ask the water to bite your bait. Seen it many a times. Well, that's not a bad little fish right there. Not a bad, that's a good little fish. He's about 9 inches. Like I say, this time of year, you catch a lot of these little males. Now this bait's a touch bigger. I've already fished with one of the baits that a subscriber sent me. This is a subscriber's bait. It was black and silver, and it was a little smaller. I think this is probably 1 3/4 inches, and the other was 1.5 inches. That's my guess. I'll measure when I get home. Bam. Still just sitting still, casting around after the spotlight on. Wind's getting up some now. They said the wind was going to be 10 miles an hour by 12 o'clock. You know, most of the time they're pretty accurate on underground weather. Sometimes they mess it. They messed it last night as far as coldness. It said it was 45 and it was 35 this morning. But if they're going to be wrong, that's a nice fish. If they're going to be wrong, I'd rather for them to be wrong than the wind. Be no wind. All right. That's why I came out early this morning. Like I said earlier, I think I said this in a different video. This is the first time I fished for 6 or 7 days because it's been so, it's either raining or wind blowing. So it's hard to fish in the rain when you're doing camera work. There you go. Make it where the sun can hit him there. Isn't that a nice fish? That's a nice fish right there, guys. He was a loner by itself. And I think she's done got rid of her eggs. Look how little her stomach is. I think she's done laid her eggs. Thank you, fish. That's a nice fish, guys. That's a good 12 3/4 inch fish right there. All right, like I said, I picked this one because it was black back, real light charcoal black back, and it's got that pearl belly. This thing has a good tail action. Really like the bait in the waters. I get to see it. Fish had no problem hitting it. I've been thinking about adding another small bait in between. I've been waiting for him to come out with an 1.5 inch LC shad. That's what I've been waiting for. I then emailed him a couple times. He said it was coming, but I haven't seen nothing, guys. So, wife and I was just talking about that last night. I told her I wanted to add that. This might be a good one to add. I might have to email you and ask exactly which one it is. I think this is a Fat Guy's Stinger 1.5 inches. I think that's what it is. But hey, the fish like it. Most every fish I brought across have either followed it, nipped at it, or smacked it. That fish right there hit the first cast. Last two, the first cast came past them. Bam, they hit it. All right, guys, there you go. I might see if I can find another one to put in front of this video, but that's a good one to close on. That was a nice fish for this time of year. Fishing's been tough the last couple of weeks because they're trying to spawn. The bigger fish have been harder to find. So that's the nicest fish I've caught in 2 outings right there, I think. Last outing, I didn't catch anything big. So I didn't even make a video out of it. I just dropped the clips. Everything I caught was small. This time of year, when those females are moving to the bank, sometimes they can get hard to catch. Once they spawn, I think Gaston spawned it. Once they spawn, they get hungry. Hey guys, Dennis, Fishing Land Country. Fishing with baits that were sent to me by a subscriber. And hey, I caught fish on them, all right? He sent me different colors. We'll fish one of the other colors on another day, all right? Maybe when the dock fishing starts, we'll try a couple of the other colors. See y'all, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Check out LakeCountryBaits.com. See ya.